Hello everyone, DQ here, and the walk I have for you today is the Robur safe deposit walk, which is basically smaller as a 6K. The ASA 6K has 6 main stack pins and 5 side pins with this style. This one has 4 side pins and 5 main stack pins, one less of each. Starting with the main stack, we have 4 barrels with matched milling on the plug. They're actually milling in every single one of the chambers, but because this is very low lift, I believe it's almost zero lift, but still needs to be lifted, as you can see. There is a standard pin there. Taking a look at the plug, because I'm holding it, we can see that it has drill protection here for the main stack, here on the side, here for the sidebar, and yeah, that's pretty much all the drill protection it has on the plug itself. Here you can see the 2 grooves for the springs, this big groove for the sidebar, and here is where the side pins interact with the sidebar. Here are the side pin chambers. The side pins themselves are exactly the same, every single one of them is the same, but the sidebar is actually what dictates the beating. And here on mine we have max lift, mid lift, low lift, max lift, and that max lift at the back was very tricky to set, as you can see, this one. Here is another max lift on position 1, which is also sometimes tricky to set because it's hard to jiggle test. Here is medium lifts on position 3, 4 and 5. Taking a look at the housing, we have more drill protection here. We have the sidebar groove on the side, and we have the 5 holes for the main stack pins. On the back we have this cutout, and this allows, when the walk is fully assembled, to be only opened clockwise, like a cam. And I believe that's all I have to show you about the walk. So now let's talk about picking strategy. I'll be using Sparrow's top of the QA tensioner for the... I actually filed it a bit down so it can fit better, because the other one was too floppy. And this walk is actually very grabby, very difficult. The side pins are just very difficult, and out through there is spring force from the sidebar which provides counter tension for you. It's actually very tricky to pick the sidebar, and yeah, I had a lot of trouble there, as you were about to see when I start picking. But anyways, for the main stack I'll be using my favorite hook from Moki, picking barrels in the same way that barrels are picked usually. For this walk the barrels bind first, then the sidebar binds, so first you set all the barrels and the standard, basically set them in the milling, then under heavy tension jiggle test. When I feel that a pin stack is rock solid, I loosen up the tension, set it one click at a time, because if you force the barrels you risk oversetting. Just one click at a time until I get some big plug movement. Then I know the sidebar is about to start binding, and it's actually binding. Then I switch over to the mole flag. There are 4 side pins obviously, and these side pins are very tricky. My strategy is basically to pick them as if they are gin bottle spools. Basically lift one, get them all in a gate. That's the first thing I want to do, because some of them start, like, if I show you, we have the true gate and the false gates, but you see the widest part between the gates, that's where some of them can start when you tension, so you have to get them all in any gate, and then you get even deeper faucet, and then you can start countertating. And the way I do this is I jiggle test them all, and one of them will be rock solid. Then I loosen up the tension, and with pulsing like non-stop pulsing, picking force, as I said, as if you're picking jeans, counter-rotating with the other hand, and I'm looking for that one click, then I increase the tension, check if any others are dropped, because they like to drop, as I explained, in between gates. If, let's say, you set this one in the true gate and you counter-rotate to set another, this sidebar can jump from the true gate in between gates, and then you need to like click it one more time so it can go inside again. And yeah, this sidebar grabs just really hard. That was my biggest problem with this walk. Sidebar is surprisingly, not surprisingly actually, because it's ASA 6K, but yeah, amazingly hard. This took way too much time, but I decided to not make a quicker attempt because I really like to show that this walk is really challenging. And yeah, I think that's all there is to say about this walk. So now let's go over and pick it. Okay, Robur, safe deposit walk is in the vice. Let's try to pick it. First I'll start by setting the barrows. Okay, the barrels are set. Got some corner rotation. Now let's try the sidebar. Maybe one of the barrels is not properly set. Yeah, number one was not set. Now I believe all are set. Let's try the sidebar again. Okay, now the little bit of movement back. Okay, maybe I got it. Yeah, but I dropped number one. Yes. Wow, what a fight that was. You saw that as a side pins. Crazy walk. Okay, it's open. Let's cut it now. Okay, sidebar. Sidebar springs. You can see the side pin beating. Okay, main stack. Housing. Sidebar groove. And last, oh, let me show you quickly the barrel milling. Super sharp. And side pins. Here is the side pin chamber, plug, and here are the side pins with springs, sidebar, main stack, 4 barrels and 1 standard pin. Hope you enjoyed, have a nice day, and bye bye.